Got a story to read today, so grab a warm glass of milk and let's go. Cheers. Oh, that is bad milk. When I was 18, I became a published author, and I thought that was a very cool thing until I realized that my sister did it when she was half my age at age 9. She wrote a book, it's called Twisted Love, and that's what we're going to be reading today. This book has everything. It has love, it has death, it has hurricanes in California. So let's get into it. And by the way, not a vulva, it's a heart. Fellas, if you don't know what a vulva is, it's in the butt.
Please don't yell.
Twisted Love, dedicated to my family. Aw, Sarah. Ring ring. Chelsea was snoozing away in math class and got interrupted by a loud, noisy bell. End of first period, Chelsea told herself out loud. Ha, Chelsea, wait up. Voice called from the crowded, busy hallway. Oh, hey, Allie, Chelsea said, as Allie came closer. Chelsea was a 14-year-old girl with short, brown, and wavy hair. Allie was her best friend and had a long, dirty blonde hair and the same age. As they were headed to science class, Amy and Chelsea stopped to get a drink at the closest water fountain. Allie leaned on the steep wall with her foot, back, and head touching it as Chelsea pressed the bottom of the fountain, a cool mist of water gently spraying out, then a refreshing river of water. As she loosened it, the water turned into a mist again. Can Allie Parker and Chelsea Daniels please come to the principal's office? A voice said loudly from the intercom. Chelsea and Allie had no idea why they had to, the scary principal's office. But they were okay with it, since they got to miss science. So it's Miss Science, as in a person, as in an unmarried woman, Miss Science. When they got to the door, Allie tightly gripped the shiny silver knob. It was as shiny as a diamond. Jesus Christ, principal's pimpin'. They turned it to the right and gently pulled it open. They peered inside, and then they slowly stepped in. The principal told them to sit down. There's a new student. He just transferred from Lincoln Middle to here, the principal declared in a firm voice. So why do you need us? Chelsea asked. Because you two were the only ones who signed up, he answered. Only so we could miss algebra. Ooh, that algebra spelling is atrocious, Allie remarked. The principal sighed and muttered, oh, well, you two are still doing it. The student's name is Matt. Matt walked in. He had blonde hair, blue eyes, and braces. Chelsea looked at Allie. She was blushing and shivering all over. She was even biting her nails. Ew. Chelsea realized that Allie and Matt liked each other. The principal handed Matt's schedule to him and muttered, help him find the classes in locker. Oh my God, this drawing. Is Allie bleeding out the back of the head? What is that? Also, something about this drawing of the principal on the previous page just doesn't sit quite right with me. At the end of school, Dylan, a friend of Allie and Chelsea's, walked over. Ha, guys, what's up? Dylan asked. Nothing, we're just showing Matt around, Chelsea answered. Hi, I'm Dylan. Hi, Matt said nervously. Dylan had brown hair and brown eyes. He has known Allie and Chelsea since kindergarten. Kindergarten. Chelsea, Dylan, and Allie were walking home together after Matt's dad picked them up. Allie was wondering if the others know she liked Matt. She couldn't get him off her mind. She was happy when Chelsea brought up a subject. Hey, do you two want to come over? Chelsea asked. Sure, replied Allie. I guess, muttered Dylan. 1 year later, Allie told Matt she liked him. So they weren't together, but they were good friends. Since it was a year later, they were in high school. Okay. They all went to the same one. Oh, how convenient. But what they didn't know was something bad, very bad, was going to happen. Now, I'm going to go for a prediction here. I'm going to say that somebody dies, probably heart-related, if I had to guess, just going on the vulva heart based on the cover. That's pretty much all I know right now. My bet, if I had to guess who is dying, I would say Chelsea. I think it's going to be Chelsea. Whoa! It looks like Angelica from Rugrats. It was the middle of the year and Matt, Chelsea, and Allie were going to Dylan's house to hang out. When they got there, "Hey, do you guys want to watch TV?" Dylan asked. "Sure, but no soap operas," Matt commented. "Fine," Chelsea sighed, with a frown and her head looking down at her brown and pink shoes. Ew, what a disgusting combo. Dylan turned on the TV. He picked the news because nothing was on. "Sorry kids, but the fun in the sun is over. We have rainy weather coming our way. That means not a very sunny spring break after all. San Francisco," oh my God. That is bad. That is San Francisco, Los Angeles, Beverly Hills, Alto, Huntington Beach, and Sacramento are in for some thunderstorms and even maybe a hurricane. Hurricanes in California? Okay. In breaking news, I just received a tornado that hit Sacramento. Oh my, all right, I did not see this coming. All I know is that it destroyed a school, 3 homes, and killed 7 people. Jesus Christ, this took a turn. We will have more on that story later. 2 weeks later, the school in those cities were closed because of the severe hurricane. Hey, you write what you know. Oh my God. How tall is that door? How tall is this door? Chelsea was pacing back and forth across the big living room. "Your dad is fine. He just has to work overnight, that's all," Allie yelled to calm Chelsea down. Chelsea's dad worked at the weather station, and since it was bad weather, he had to stay overnight. Dylan barraged in the door, way out of breath. He yelled, "There are 2 other hurricanes out there. They suggested we evacuate, but they don't know where we should go." Then Chelsea freaked out even more. Allie was trying to calm them down. Then all of a sudden, they heard a really loud boom. The ground started to shake. Oh, fuck yeah. They opened the door and saw smoke everywhere. People started screaming for help. They saw someone in the distance, though the thick black smoke running to them, it was Matt running over. When he got there, he was out of breath, but he didn't care. He muttered, "Lightning just hit the jail cells." Chelsea screamed, pulled Matt inside, and locked the door. Okay, so now we can see that there's an earthquake happening with this picture. Allie was actually scared too. She felt like she had to tell Matt she liked him, or she would never get to. She ran up to him and pointed out, "I know I've told you I didn't like you, but I was lying. I do." It was silent for a moment, and then Allie turned and started to walk away. Matt grabbed her shoulder gently and told her, "So do I. I was just scared to tell you." Aw. They both blushed, and then Chelsea struck her head between them and said, "If you want this to be a special moment, then kiss already." They did. After the ground started to shake, "Earthquack!" Chelsea screamed. At the same time, someone who got out of jail broke through the window. He was in a jail suit still, with a black mask on. Jail suits, yes. He pointed a gun at them, thinking of the earthquake. He told them not to move and started looking for valuable things. At the same time, the floor was splitting in half, destroying anything in its path. Dude, I don't know about you, I'm at the edge of my seat. I need another drink of milk. Milk break. This next picture. Ambulance. Jail. Pictures on the wall started falling. Allie screamed and started falling in the crack. Oh my God. The robber heard the scream and came back. He pointed the gun at her. Everything happened so fast and Allie was terrified. Chelsea tried to get in front of her, but Matt pulled her back and got in front of her himself. Boom! Everyone froze except the robber, who grabbed a few things and left. Allie had fear flowing through her face. She screamed, "No! Matt's been shot!" Oh my God. More and more tears came down her face. Chelsea pulled her back. She saw Matt's arm move. Her face lit up, and she knelt down beside him. The one thing he said was, "The one day I tell you I like you is my last." Damn. This has the energy of those like really sad stories that used to be on YouTube, you know, where people would die and donate their hearts or whatever. The one day I tell you I like you is my last. Before Allie could respond, an ambulance came. It took Matt to the hospital. Allie, Chelsea, and Dylan couldn't go because it was too crowded. Allie was crying on the soft, comfy coach. She was looking down at her lap like it was her fault, as Chelsea and Dylan were watching the news to see what was going on. Now, I can't show you the picture on this next page because it's a bunch of tombstones, so I'll describe it to you. It's a bunch of tombstones. One of them is Chelsea's dad. There's 2 other tombstones. They have names of people we actually grew up with. I don't know what the creative choice was there. They're not dead. They're very healthy, but I can't show you for those reasons. But John Daniels, who was Chelsea's dad, his tombstone says, a caring and loving father, a good husband, and a great weatherman. All right, right back in it. Here we go. It was the end of the storms. They stopped 1 week later. Holy shit, dude. It was storming for a month? A month? 1 month later, Dylan, Allie, Chelsea, and Matt were in the grave thanking God that Matt was still with them. Oh yeah, I forgot he got shot, and they just kind of brushed over that. That seems like a plot oversight. They walked a little farther and stopped in a crowd of people in black. They were all looking at a gravestone. It said, a loving and caring father, a great husband, and a great weatherman, John Daniels. Are you okay? Allie asked. I guess, Chelsea whispered back, but she wasn't. She was very depressed about her dad. She just stood there wondering why God let this happen. He died when the earthquake happened. She did move on, but every now and then she thinks of him. It's written like this isn't a normal response to somebody dying. Allie and Matt didn't get married, for Matt died in a fiery car wreck. Oh my God. Holy shit, talk about just like killing off your characters like with Game of Thrones. Allie moved on and became an actress. Chelsea moved away after her father died and married Dylan and had 2 kids, Allie and Matt. You see, that's a little weird. That is a little weird. She became a doctor and Dylan became a teacher. But remember, that's not the end. Shit, what the fuck? That is the end. Oh my. All right, I gotta give her credit as a 9-year-old for at least leaving a cliffhanger, because I definitely want to know like what happens with the kids. You see, this was obviously an assignment in like the 5th grade where the kids get to write and illustrate their own books, and I think for what it's worth, there's a lot of creativity here. There really is. This book has everything. It has earthquakes, hurricanes in California, a horribly spelled San Francisco, people getting shot, people dying. It's got everything. I mean, I can't see what more you would want in a book. And I think reading something like that shows me, being a published author, how far I have to go. Because I put limits. I'm like, no, I have to write what's logical. But this book shows me, no, you don't have to write what's logical. You can write something completely illogical. And so if you have a piece of crap writing, go ahead and publish it. Go ahead. It can't be worse than Twisted Love.
Keep it rolling, another teardrop, but I know just how to let them go and feed the ocean. It's plenty more that gather when you know just how to let them roll off your face. Plenty struggles we face now. Look at my face and tell me if I look spaced out. Weight is on my chest and baby, we're never stressed. And I'm smiling like I mean it, cause we